Friends, if you want to discover how to earn lakhs without coding and establish yourself as a business analyst, even as a fresher, then this session is for you, friends. This particular role of a business analyst remains relatively unknown to many. And in today's video, we will provide you with a comprehensive roadmap to become a successful business analyst. So friends, make sure to watch the entire video to learn how you can earn in lakhs without the need for a coding skills. Yes, friend. Hello, friends. My name is Sunan Sharma. I am a agile consultant based in Netherlands, your host, and today we have a special guest, Divya. She's going to help us to understand the business analyst role in detail. But before we start, if you are finding this information valuable and you want to support our channel, don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe bell icon so you will never miss out on our future episodes. So let's begin. Hello, Divya. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Sunan. Thanks for the invite. And I see CareersTalk is a very useful channel for all the techie guys over there. I mean, you put so much of, very useful content. It's actually helping many business analysts and even the product owners. I see the DevOps content as well. So we can say Career Talks is a one-stop solution for all kind of a technical information and learnings for so many engineers and the corporate people over there. Yeah.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for good. And we really appreciate for the good work you do. Yeah.
Thank you, Divya. Thanks a lot. Okay, so if you allow, shall we start?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So even before we start, just for our viewer, is it true that we can earn in lakhs without coding? You can answer in yes or no, Divya.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Even
Okay.
coding, at one point you can see that even the coding people wouldn't earn that much. And we see many coding guys in the development people trying to shift to business analyst domain. Yeah,
Great.
that's true actually.
Okay. Okay. That's great. Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's begin. Let's say someone who has no idea what is a business analyst. So who is this business analyst?
Yeah. So before seeing who is this business analyst, let's see how the business analyst role came into existence. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
In late 90s, when there was a huge demand for the IT and there was an expansion in the databases and object-oriented programming languages has came into the picture, and there was a demand for the IT. So then it was like, the industries wanted to adapt to IT and make it useful so that they can increase their businesses. But what has happened is the industries or the any other manufacturing industries or other product group companies were not actually sure how to use this IT. They were very poor at planning, but still they wanted to use the IT. So they approached the technical. They used to approach these companies and pour lakhs of money and get the code. I mean, get the product what is actually required. At that time, they were meeting a group of technical people who would actually convert these requirements directly into the programs of lines of a code. But even after that, there was so much of failure because it was not, as we know, one solution is not suitable for everything. So the problem is there, the technical people, the development people were not understanding the business language, and the business people were not understanding the technical language. So in that way, there was a need for a role where they can understand the business language and translate into the technical knowledge so that they can give a feasible solution. In that way, we see the business analyst has come into the picture. So what is actually a business analyst? Business analyst is a person who acts as a liaison between the technical team and the business people. So in every organization, we see there is a business team and the technical team. So there should be a person who acts as a bridge between these two groups. For example, if you want to build a house, what we actually do, we actually buy a land and then we go to the architect. So what does the architect do? He gives a plan and he takes the go ahead from you whether the plan is okay or not, and then he approaches the contractor. When he approaches the contractor, the work actually starts and start building the house, and meanwhile you will be tracking the progress, as well as the architect will be the tracking the progress. So here the architect is a business analyst. So business analyst is a person who actually takes the business requirements and helps the development people in understanding what is actually needed by the customer. So in short, the business analyst, this is about the business analyst. Yeah.
Great, great. I love the way you have explained the history behind it. So great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Divya.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'll now ask you, what are the different responsibilities of a business analyst, or how a typical day of a business analyst look like, Divya?
Yeah, sure. So as I said, the business analyst is a person who actually identify the needs and the requirements and then analyzes these requirements and transform into the possible solutions, potential solutions. So let's take an example. Suppose there is an online business where online e-commerce business, some XYZ company, they wanted to sell all their electronic gadgets online. So what does the business analyst first do? The company approaches any software company and then asks that this is what we require. So what is the first step the business analyst do here? This is, let's assume this is a pre-project phase. Okay. So here the responsibilities of the business analyst would be, first he has to analyze the need. Why actually the business wanted to build an e-commerce site? It means that the business analyst is understanding the necessity of the customer, what is actually needed. So in this, here he has to analyze the market trends and the other e-commerce sites he needs to see, and he need to see the potential of that customer existing in that competition. So in this process, he builds a business case in order to mention that what are the possible solutions, cost benefit analysis, and why we are taking up the project. It's in this phase, it's all about why we are taking up this project. Then the next phase comes the planning phase. In this planning phase, we have to the business analyst now starts meeting the stakeholders. He starts meeting various stakeholders involved in developing this product. It could be the SMEs, and then the various departments of the company who has approached, and start gathering the requirements using various techniques like elicitation techniques, include like interviews, surveys, questionnaires, workshops, and everything. In that way, he starts building the BRD document. So this is a pre-project phase where the entire most of his day would be in meeting various stakeholders in the organization and getting the information. Once this is done, then he starts analyzing the requirements, seeing that where actually the process is lagging, and and he comes up with the various functional requirements. So, it means like various modules that can be delivered to build this project. So pre-planning phase, in the planning phase, the business analyst builds this BRD documents, FRS documents, and system requirement specification documents. All these documents, once are ready, then now it comes to the development. Now the business analyst basically communicates with the development team and UI UX teams in order to make sure how actually these requirements can be transformed into the potential solution. So once this is done, then he actually involves in the testing phase in order to make sure that he also helps in writing some of the test cases, potential test cases for the while developing the products, and make sure that the outcome is actually suiting the user requirement. And once this testing is done, then we deliver the project. And from planning phase to the testing phase, the most of the time it is done by the development, and the business analyst would be tracking the project progress, how the work is going on. And once it is an integration testing phase, there the business analyst actually comes into the picture, and then he tests whether all the systems are working together or not. And then if everything is fine, then the project is released to the UAT. So at the time of UAT, business analyst is the main person. First, he has to see whether the product developed is actually satisfying the customer, and he has to prepare other UAT manuals that are necessary, training manuals that are necessary. So once it is done, then it is delivered to the customer. So we see in each and every phase, the business analyst has a different roles and responsibilities that he has performing, and he is versatile at each stage. He's documenting the requirements, and he's also performing the testing, and he's also tracking the progress of the project. So he should be he performs various activities at various stages of the project. And once the project is delivered, still he has work to do. He has to, see the maintenance, and then he has to prepare the user manuals, and then if there is any change requirement from the customer after delivering, he has to document that and he has to work on it. So the business analyst responsible roles and responsibilities are not constant. They keep changing as per the project, and his day will be designed based on the phase of the project. Yeah.
Thank you again for that detailed explanation,
Yeah.
Divya. Okay, so the next question is like, who can pursue a career as a business analyst? So, for example, let's say I am just passed out from a college, or let's say I'm just having a 2 years of experience in IT industry or in any other domain. Can I pursue a career as a business analyst, Divya?
Sure. See, actually, business analysis can be pursued by anyone. If you believe or not, I have seen a teacher background has came into a business analyst domain. So business analyst is not specified to any group or any any kind of a technical domain or something like that. So if you feel that the basically that's if you feel that you're outspoken and you have a business domain knowledge, and you want to, you're not interested in coding, and but still you want to pursue in IT industry, or no matter if it is not an IT industry, it is a product industry or what manufacturing industry. Anyway, if you feel that you're having the skills of the communication, and the product management skills, and then um, you can get your domain knowledge. Suppose if you're working in a banking domain and you have some knowledge about the banking industry, right? So you can help the software teams in developing that banking product. If you're from a sales domain, you'll be having some knowledge about the product that is being sold in the market. So that domain knowledge you can get it and used in the business analyst domain. So it is not confined to any particular industry or particular gender or particular skill set. It's the skill set can be developed on job, and if you are from any background, you can just come and do it. Yeah, first you need to, if you are a fresher, you should have few skills, like you should work on your communication skills, and then system development skills. What are the project life cycles that are being carried out on product life cycle, what is system development life cycle, and you should work on domain knowledge basically when you're trying to get into any business analyst domain. And nowadays it's like, in Google you can get about most of the domain based information, and you can work on that, and you can try to get the business analyst job. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. Okay, so you explained about what is or who is a business analyst, what are their responsibilities, when you can pursue a role as a business analyst. So would you also like to add what are the skills which are required to be a business analyst? So
Yeah,
let's
sure.
say, as you mentioned that someone is a teacher or a professor, or so what skills basically you will look in a business analyst?
Yeah, sure. When it comes to the skill set of the business analyst, it's like, if we take the soft skills, the communication skills are very important, because you need to communicate with your stakeholders, customers, the development team. So it's very important that you have a clear communication skills, and you need to have interaction skills. So you need to negotiate with the customers. When we are talking with the customers, you need to negotiate what can be done and what cannot be done, and at the same time you need to negotiate with your development team what is actually required for the customer. So negotiation skills are very much important, and you need to have a domain knowledge, which is very important. So when you're talking with the business, you should be able to know what is actually the business doing, and you need to know about their competitors, you need to know about the products of the other competitors, and you need to make the market analysis at some point. So you need to have a domain knowledge. And when you're transforming this business requirements into the technical, when you're functional requirements, and you're talking with your development team, you should be able to understand the business knowledge and how you can transform this into the functional requirements. So you need to have a domain knowledge, and then you should have a problem solving skills, analytical skills, because when a customer comes to you, customers actually comes to you with some problem, right? So they say, we are facing this problem, what is the solution? So you should be able to think out of box and analyze the situation, so that you can give a right solution for them. So coming to the soft skills, these are the major skills which you need to have. And you should have a behavioral skills, so that you need to gain the trust from the customers as well, and as well as the development team. So these are the soft skills which are actually required. And you need to know about Excel as well. When we comes to some technical skills, we need to have an Excel. SQL would be a advantage, because sometimes you need to pull the reports and present how the product is doing. So in that way, Excel skills would be very much necessary for you. And Power BI and Tableau are the visualization tools which are actually necessary to create the dashboards for any BE while the project is going. So you need to have these skills. And it's very much important to know about any project management tool as well. You can work out on Jira or Rally or whatever the tool which is available for you. So you can learn on that, because you need to maintain user stories and you need to read the dashboards and everything, right? So these are the skills which are actually required for any BA to pursue this job. Yeah.
Great, wonderful. Okay, so next question is, yeah, I mean, a little tricky. Uh, so nowadays everyone is working in agile or scrum teams, right? So what is the role of a BA in agile way of working? And is this again, it's again a misconception or a myth that BA or a product owner role are same? So would you like to tell us about that? And if you can also continue this with the roadmap to become a business analyst, so that will also good. Yeah.
Sure. In order to, share the details about this, I just wanted to share one PPT. Just give me a second. So hope my screen is
Yeah,
visible.
I can see your screen. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, so as I told you, who is BA? So we learned that BA is a person who actually identifies the needs and then analyzes them and develop into the possible solutions. So so if it is a waterfall or agile, whatever may be the framework, the role of the BA always is remains the same, that he has to understand the needs of the customer. So as we all know, agile is a framework which has which is incremental and iterative, where we work in 2 weeks of a sprint. If we consider that 2 weeks of a sprint as a project, then BA is involved in each and every step of this project. Like, when you're creating a product backlog, you have various PBI items like user stories, ethics, and features, where BA has to understand, where BA is also involved in developing this product backlog. And when you're prioritizing it with the help of PO, BA actually prioritizes the backlog items for the next iterations. When you're pulling when you're working for the next sprint, he actually helps the PA in prioritizing this backlog items. And then once these items are prioritized in refinement meetings, BA actually helps the PO in adding user stories, in elaborating the user stories. User stories are nothing but informal way of writing the requirements. So he actually helps in elaborating the user stories, and then he also helps in writing the acceptance criteria, because he's aware of the need, what is actually needed for the customer. And when you say that they as I said, he's involved in each and every phase of the project. So once the code has been developed, then when it comes to the testing, the BA involves in testing phase, so that he sees whether it is actually meeting the customer requirement or not. And once the testing phase is done, and once it is passed to the business, and once it has been developed, then we have again cycle going on, creating the user stories with the collaboration of the business stakeholders. The role of BA is it's constant everywhere. At least in waterfall, if we see after planning, we see a little bit of gap for BA in the work until it comes to the testing phase. But here he is involved in each and every status of the project. So, and it, it's it's like, he's involved at every phase, and he contributes every way to success of the project. But when we come to the difference between product owner and agile BA, most of the people think that product owner is same and as BA. Yeah, there may be few similarities between them. There are few similarities between them, and you can see in this Venn diagram they have their own responsibilities. Suppose if we think there is a product, a software company which develops a single product, and the product owner is creating the user stories, ethics, features, and he's able to meet the stakeholders, and at the same time he's able to meet the development team, and he's able to perform all the ceremonies, and at the end of the project he's delivering 100% satisfied product to the customer. This will happen when he has only one product. Suppose the software company has been grown, and the product owner, there are multiple delivery teams working for the single product, and the product owner has to maintain these delivery teams at the same point, and he cannot give his 100% at each team. And he maybe the process there are many internal process that are associated in delivering this single product, as it has involved many various multiple products. In this situation, the business analyst comes into the picture. So let's see, like, product, when we develop a product, it has two questions to answer: what needs to be developed and how it needs to be developed. So what needs to be developed is actually taken by care by the product owner. So product owner is always responsible in in understanding the product, what actually customer needs, and he concentrates why this product is needed, but he is not bothered about how this product is being developed. So he has many but here the BA comes into the picture, because product owner is always outward facing, and the BA is inward facing. So product owner concentrates on the customer and see whether the product is being delivered as per the customer need, and he sees whether it is meeting the strategic objective of the organization. That's what we say, he owns PNL. And then he is actually CEO of the product, maintaining the product vision and the entire roadmap of the product. And when we see and he's also responsible that business model generation. It means that in 3 to 4 years, when the product has developed, when the product has reached the customer, in 3 to 4 years it's been used by all the customer, and it is time for the for regenerate the product. It is where the product owner actually thinks about it. So and when it comes to the business analyst, he actually foresees how the product is being delivered. It means that he looks for the opportunities. He is actually inward, and he looks for the opportunities within the internal organization, like where he can actually automate the process, where and he sees whether there is a technical feasibility for this product to being developed, and he actually sees whether the development team is able to understand the requirements, what are necessary or not. And he actually adds the details by breaking up the features into user stories, um, um, and helps the product owner. So he actually concentrates on the practices, process, and various other activities that are required in carrying out this product delivery. So for example, if we say if the product owner is the director of the movie, he knows what is actually need to be done and what is actually of the output. And business analyst is an assistant director, where he says that where he sees the right communication is going to every stakeholder in the project, and all the other activities related to the product development are being done on time. So this is a difference between product owner and business analyst, though there are few things in common for them, like story writing, user story writing. Both of them need to focus on user story writing. and product management. Both of them has to focus on the managing the product and developing a strategy to develop that project. Unless and until both product owner and business analyst work together in an efficient manner, the efficient delivery would not happen. So we can say in few organizations, in a small organization, business analyst can act as a product owner, and in big organization, business analyst would be shadowing the product owner. So this is a difference between the product owner and agile BA. And when we see the career path here, we have a career, if you want to pursue your career path in BA, so anyone from fresh graduate or if you want to switch your domain, you can start as a junior BA, and then you can convert you into the agile BA. Then from agile BA, you have a product owner to product manager, and then product director. So I said agile BA is a person who is actually involved at every stage and helping in writing the user stories. Then product owner is a person who actually manages the product, and product manager will be managing the different products of the organization. In that way, you have a higher level product director and chief product officer. So in order to have this, if you have 5 to 6 years of experience, you can go as a product owner. But if you want to pursue your career in product manager, instead of going to certification, you can you have IIMs and other B colleges offering the courses for product manager. And from product manager, if you don't want to do a management course, then you can have many US universities which are providing this course, maybe for 3 to 4 months, and then you can involved in you can start your career after product owner as product manager, because product manager is not only about the product. You have to involve in your sales, and you need to manage the project and technical, you need to see your technical teams, and you need to see your business as well. So it's a combination of sales, business, and technical perspective. So you need to have a clear-cut understanding of all those roles and responsibilities. So instead of certification, it is better to go for such kind of a courses. And if you have, you know, if you don't want to go in this way, this is from the agile perspective, the career map. If you don't want this agile perspective of a career roadmap, then in a traditional way, we can start as a BA, and then you have mid-level BA. I mean, after 2-3 years of your experience, you can go as a mid-level BA or senior level BA, and then you can do a project manager role. In order to go for project manager role, it's better for you to do CAPM certification, which has which helps in having both the project manager and business analyst certification. And then you can go for senior project manager after that, and you have a project director. If you're not interested in career A and career B, if you see career A and career path B, after some point you're going into the management role. If you feel that you're not such a person that who can manage the people, and then you don't want to manage the people, and you're not interested into the management role, and you feel that you can work alone, so you have another career path C here. So where you can BA, where you can join BA with a entry level BA, and then became a domain SME at the end of this career path. So domain SMEs are, you can do any SAP certification, and you can be a domain SME, because domain SME, or again, it consists, you need to have business knowledge and a little bit of technical knowledge, and then you should be able to have a business knowledge as well. So so you can even pursue this career if you're not a person that if you feel that if you're not a person of managing the people at some point, and you want to contribute alone. So these are different career paths which you can pursue if you're looking for BA. And then these are different certifications we have. So anyone looking for entry level, they can join, they can do ECBA certification, entry level certification. And then after a few years, after 3 to 4 years, you can see CBAP certification, which is actually important for you, which is actually helps you in stepping up the next next step in your career. And if you want to convert yourself from a traditional BA to agile BA, we suggest you can go agile analysis certification, which help if you have already worked in agile projects, or if you're not worked, it's that is also fine. You can if you want to transform yourself from a traditional BA role to agile BA role, then these are the few this certification would be helpful. Yeah.
Wonderful. Great, Divya.
Thanks, Anand.
Okay, you can unshare your screen.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have explained everything about business analyst role and roadmap. So now the last question for the day, like what are the advice you want to give to the fresher or anyone who considering a career change to become a business analyst? Yeah.
Yeah. So anyone who is actually, considering to change their career, suppose I feel that I suggest that they will be already having a domain knowledge about in which a domain where they will be working. It could be a banking or not teaching or hospital or whatever maybe, healthcare or insurance. So they can carry their domain knowledge. Along with the domain knowledge, I would suggest them to develop their communication skills and the presentation skills. And there are few tools which actually business analysts use. It could be you know uh, uh, root cause analysis and requirement gathering, and Pareto analysis. There are different tools which actually the business analysts need to be aware of, because they need to analyze the a process, and they have to dig deep into the problem. So in order to have that problem solving skills, they need to concentrate on this kind of a topic. So it's better for them to get exposure about this before entering. And they can develop documentation skills as well, which actually they can do while doing on the job. But still it would be good if they develop these kind of knowledge on documentation, what are the different documents they will be using. And as I said, project management tool, any project management tool they need to understand. So it's better if they learn any project management tool. So as they already have a domain knowledge, this all these knowledge, all these skills would be an added advantage. And if they are really, if they want, and another thing would be they can do ECBA certification at starting, so which can add value to their resume. This is for for anyone who is actually changing the domain. They can actually try business for a business analyst profile in their domain itself, because they already have a knowledge about it. And for the freshers, I would suggest then it's really good if they do ECBA certification, because it's given an added advantage. And because while doing ECBA certification, you have various topics. It gives us an idea about what is requirement gathering, what are different techniques we use in that, and then what are stakeholders, and what is the project life cycle. So there are various topics which are freshers are actually not aware, because experienced persons, where they are already working in the projects, they will have a knowledge about this. But freshers, they need to have a knowledge about this, so that it would not be a surprise for them when they are on the job. So it's better for them to do certification, so it's add a value for them. um,
I
and
just want
it
to Sorry, I
Yeah.
just want to add one thing. So, though you are emphasizing a lot on certification, so friends, certification can just give you a small foundation, basic foundation. You need to find
Yeah.
some good mentor, or you have to involve in a lot of webinars are nowadays happening on online, right? So, involve in those kind of sessions as well.
Yes.
Watch a lot of good YouTube videos, buy some good books, spend a lot of time in reading the books. Just one certification won't going to help you, to become a business analyst or join some good mentorship programs. We are also very soon going to start business analyst mentorship program
Yeah.
where you can come and join us. Of course, it's going to be a paid because we all are professionals, of course. That's the thing, but you will get a real practical hands-on experience that what exactly we are doing in IT industry, right? So I mean, if you can do it, please join us also. And even if you are not able to join those programs, our all those YouTube videos are available for free, and our WhatsApp group is always there. You can join us. If you want to send us a request to join our WhatsApp group, you can at least mention your LinkedIn profile, share your intention, how you can contribute. Most of the time I just see that people want to take things, but they don't want to give anything. So just make sure that even if you are freshers, just make sure that okay, how do you can contribute, right? So that's also I would say a big point if you really want to join us. Okay, so yeah, that's the only thing which I want to add. Divya, sorry if I'll
Yeah.
cut you down.
No, no, sorry. Yeah, it's okay. Actually, even the blogs and the, career. Yeah, as you said, right mentor is necessary in order to, for freshers to guide the career path. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's wonderful, Divya. Thank you. I'm
Thanks, Anand.
amazed.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing your expertise and insight on this particular business analyst profile. So I'm sure that your knowledge has been incredibly valuable. I'm sure that our viewers have gained a lot from this session. So friends, before we wrap up, just want to remind you that you have to hit that like button and subscribe for more such interview sessions. So thank you. Bye. See you next time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Divya.
Thank you. Thank you, Sanand. Yeah.